I'll fight all the young fighters. I'll fight them all. It's Thurman versus the world. Okay, I don't know what y'all know about boxing.
What's going on, you guys? So Keith One Time Thurman responds to Conor Benn. I guess he called wind to Conor Benn itching to fight him, calling him out, so to speak, right? And Keith Thurman, he responds, right? He responds to Conor Benn calling him out. Now, for last week seen him with Conor Benn, we assumed that he was going to be having this fight with Chris Eubanks Jr., but one would imagine that that's likely not happening at this point because Conor Benn is talking about McKinnison and Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Boots Ennis and everybody else in the welterweight division. So maybe the fight with Chris Eubanks Jr. is put on ice for now. I'm not sure. But whatever the case, he has been actively responding to Keith Thurman. He was on Keith Thurman's social media, responding to him, trying to get Keith Thurman to fight him. Of course, Keith Thurman was focused on Danny Garcia at that time. But now Keith Thurman has now focused his attention on Conor Benn. And salute to Fight Hub TV for the interview. Check out what Keith Thurman had to say.
I think I had to Google what his face looked like, so I kind of have an image now.
And you guys notice that Keith Thurman, he likes to act like he don't know who these guys are. He did the same thing with Jerron Boots Ennis.
He's a London boy.
Yeah,
He's a
from
European
England.
Fighter.
Yeah, from the UK. He's
Yeah,
the son of Nigel Benn.
Yeah, so seems like he's got a decent, boxing background, coming from a fight family and everything. I don't know enough about the kid, but
you know what? I think Keith Thurman, I think he needs to
stop the cap.
I think he needs to stop the cap because you know who Nigel Benn is. If you're a boxing guy, you know who Nigel Benn is. And if you know who Nigel Benn is, you know he has a son that's up and coming in the sport of boxing. Keith, let's not play dumb, bro.
You see, I was inactive. I really wanted to have a fight this summer, So the fact that didn't get to manifest, that's why I'm just getting my weight ready because we're going to have something before this year is over. But anybody who's saying my name, y'all know what to really do. Talk that ish if you want to talk that ish. You know what I'm saying? You talk it hard enough, I might have to talk back, okay? Because, I can only let people say so much. I might have done 3 days of silence, but doesn't mean I'm out here trying to be silent,
Okay, but are you going to take the fight or what, Keith? All right? We know you like to go into hiding. He pays attention to all this, and this is what the fans be saying. The fans think Keith Thurman goes into hiding and things of that nature, so he will have to show people otherwise. Are you going to fight this kid? Now, we know Eddie Hearn seemed to be interested in the past in making this fight. We know that Eddie Hearn has the bag for certain guys, so will Eddie Hearn have the money that Keith Thurman is looking for? We know Keith Thurman usually starts at 10, so we got to see what happens.
At the end of the day, I'm all about good fights. I'm all about the contract. If his management has a contract and a legitimate payday, anytime they say Thurman don't want to fight this fighter, I'll fight all the young fighters. I'll fight them all. It's Thurman versus the world, okay? I don't know what y'all know about boxing. It's Thurman versus everybody, okay? The only thing is, I love great fights. I love good contracts. So if the money is there on the table and the date is good and we can make it happen, I've never fought overseas, it mightn't.
Nah, see, he's doing too much running around, right? He's doing a lot of running around from the question. He's doing a lot of running around from the conversation, right? He asked you, are you interested in this fight? He's doing all this. I had to Google him. I don't know who this kid is. He's a London boy. Come on, Keith. I like contracts. I like great fights. Come on, Keith.
Entice me. I love doing something new. This life is a journey. I've been a world champion, because we get respect all around the world, man. This boxing runs deep, all around the globe. So I love good fights, man. And I don't mind. I just schooled one young blood. I don't mind, you know. I think somebody released an article saying Keith Thurman is not a gatekeeper. I'm not a gatekeeper, man. I'm a
And I like Keith. You know, I like his rants and shit, but come on, Keith. Do you want to fight or not, bro? Right? We know you're not a gatekeeper. You're not a gatekeeper. You know, you only got one loss. But we haven't seen you enough. We've seen you against Barrios. Ugh. Right? What can we take away from that? We can't take nothing away from that. There's nothing we could take away from that fight other than you was on your get back. So we can't take nothing away from the Barrios fight. It was a 140 pounder that Gervonta Davis stopped. So yeah, boxing fans are still wondering what is going on with one-time Thurman.
real one. Always have, always will be. I was, I am, and will be. Okay? I'm just that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gatekeeper. I have the capacity to go toe-to-toe, blow for blow with these undefeated champions right now. Stop playing.
Reaction to this.
All right, so I mean, look, dude. I don't get it. Okay? You got to show us. Because clearly Keith Thurman pays attention to what the fans been saying. Clearly Keith Thurman pays attention to what the media says. So he knows people feels that he be ducking. He knows people feels that he's been avoiding fighters. Right? These fighters pay attention to this stuff, man. And I mean, I'm not getting my hopes up, if I'm honest. I'm not getting my hopes up. And I'm still kind of irritated from earlier today. So when I hear stuff like this, when it comes to the PBC guys and guys that may be on another side of the street, quote unquote, right? There's a high probability, almost a guarantee that the fight won't happen. So this is really Keith Thurman. I don't think a fight with Conor Benn is going to happen. I'm not going to hold my breath. It's going to be a lot of money that's going to be wanted for that fight. There's going to be a lot of obstacles in the way. There's going to be a lot of hurdles put up in front of the fight. You know, and it's going to be us talking about a potential fight for no reason. Once again, PBC likes to do in-house fights. And guys like Keith Thurman, if a guy from the outside wants to come in and deal with a PBC fighter, well, you got to put up that 10. Right? So is Eddie Hearn willing to put up $10 million or start off at $10 million and go down for Keith Thurman and Conor Benn? I don't know. I think it's a fight that should be made. I think it's a good fight, but will it be made? I don't know. This is boxing. Right? But yeah, man, check out the rest of the interview on Fight Hub TV, man. Keith Thurman said he's not avoiding anyone, right? He said he'll fight all these young guys. Will he fight a Jerron Boots Ennis? Will he fight a Virgil Ortiz? Will he fight a Stanionis? Will he fight a Conor Benn? Only time will tell. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.